Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for clicking on it. And today is episode 1 of the Noa Fox podcast. I have been talking for 1 year about starting a relationship podcast, and today is episode 1, and we are going to be talking about men and what they are afraid of, women. So stay tuned. So first of all, why are you watching this? Why watch me? What the hell do I know? Who am I? First, let's talk about why you should be watching Noah's podcast. You don't have to, but I am a 40-something. Why are you listening to me? Who am I? What do I know? I know a lot because I am 40-something. I'm divorced. I'm married. I've raised 4 kids. I have accomplished myself. I am a nurse, and I am an adult model, and I have been more importantly, so I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm experienced. That's what I am. Experienced, and I have access to a lot of men with a lot of opinions and thoughts and fears, and I just have always found it so fascinating. Relationships, sexuality. I have been, for years, I've read many books, listened to many podcasts, taken many college courses, and I'm just excited to kind of sit down and talk about this stuff, and then I'll just see where this goes. Maybe I'll be the next Joe Rogan. I'll be the female version of Joe Rogan. I won't really. I'll never probably do that, but I will definitely continue to do this. And I am asking, if you watch this and you enjoy it, to please comment below, like, what do you want to hear? What do you want to listen to? What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to try to get guests? I have an idea that I would love to just talk to the guy next door, right? Or the girl next door, and sit down and have real conversations. But right now, you are getting just me. So I put out a little feeler on my Instagram pages, which are at my big account is Noah the Bad Wife, Noa Bad Wife, or Whiskey Drinking Noah, or X Noa Fox. I'm really curious what people have to say, like truly, genuinely, like I want to know. And I have asked men, like, what are you most afraid of, right? I've been on this kick about just kind of thinking about men being vulnerable, and so I thought, okay, let me just throw this out there. What are you most afraid of? Giving examples of losing your job, financial responsibility, women, dating, sex, whatever it is. And I took that collectively with the messages that I get, or the conversations I have with on my site. And what I think, the first thing I want to address is men's fear of women, because a lot of people, a lot of men, that's what they're afraid of, is women. So let's break that down, because we're not so scary. Women are complicated, and they are crazy, and they can be mean, and that's all good reason to be afraid of. But I think it's pretty simple how to put that, take all of that. They're not as scary as you might think. Let's talk about the obvious first. There is someone out there for everyone, and I truly, truly believe that. You know, not everyone is for everyone. I don't think anyone in this world, I don't care who you are, what you look like, how much money you have, what you do, there is not someone that can just get whoever they want. There are people that have certain things that maybe allow them better access, more opportunity, maybe let's take men with millions of dollars, right? And can they get a lot of girls? Can they get girls that they normally would not get if they were not a millionaire? Of course. But you're still not going to be able to just get whoever you want. Know that. I can't just get whoever I want. In fact, when I was younger, I can't tell you how many, I just didn't have a lot of boyfriends. I would like guys and they just wouldn't like me. They weren't interested. I do understand what it's like to be rejected and feel like you're not wanted. Let me just back up and explain, because you're going to be like, I don't see that. How is that possible? Not to say that I think I'm, all that shit messed me up too, right? I'm a very, very insecure person. But I do know what it's like. I blossomed later in life. And so, yeah, I was very, very much rejected. And it sucks. And all it does is beat your confidence down more and more and more. And that's a terrible, sad thing. It's a way to, and my point of saying all that is that, understand your expectations, right? When you see someone and you think oh wow, she's hot, and I'm trying to say this in the nicest way, but maybe she's not gonna be attracted to you, and I don't mean that in any terrible way. It's just, we're all different, and we're all gonna be attracted to different people. I don't think that you should not try because you think oh, I'm not good enough for her, right? But just go into it. I don't have her. She's not mine. What am I gonna lose if she says no? Well, you're gonna get rejected, and that sucks. And so I just was talking about that, and that does suck. But at the same time, if you don't try, you will never know. Just kind of be aware of maybe that's not my lobster, Maybe I need to find a different kind of girl. I'm gonna just be totally open and vulnerable. I have, I've been with a lot of different guys throughout my life, and you would probably be shocked if you saw some of them. You would be like, what? They don't look like they go. So, it's not cookie cutter, there's just this one answer. It's just, know that you can't miss something that you never had, right? You can't mourn a girl that you've never been with or had a relationship with. So I think it's important to try, but just go into it with realistic expectations. 2, I think women, and this is just my opinion, who am I personally like a man who's intelligent, who is clever, who can think outside the box. And I also have a weakness for kindness, just genuine kindness. It's Jesus, sensitive, vulnerable, we'll talk more about vulnerability another day, but these are just, you know, things. But some girls, it might be like, oh, they need to make like $200,000 a year, or you know, I've always been a sucker for dark hair, or I like, you know, when people smile and they have, I mean, yes, dimples, but also just like those lines, you know, just little things that we all have are like, some people like blonde hair, or I like tattoos, or I like implants, or I hate implants. I drink, I don't. I smoke, I don't. Like, there are so many combinations of what someone can like, and I think it's so important to be yourself, you know? Be yourself. Don't try to, like, don't go into it trying to be someone else and then to impress someone. Like, if they don't like you for you and who you are and how you are, your personality and your values and beliefs, and then it's not gonna work. And who wants that fake, you know, relationship, right? And you have to go into it with a certain amount of confidence. Not cocky, not arrogant, just confidence. There are 7.5, I think now, billion people in the world. That's a lot of people. There has to be several people for everybody. Know that, like, pornography is not the blueprint for what your sex is going to be like or should be like, right? You just have to find your person. It has to feel right. Like, you can feel when there's like something, and you can find something in most people. If you're afraid of women, like, it's fine to start as friends, but if you don't get yourself in the friend zone where you are one of those guys that is just being used by girls, because girls do use guys, the friend zone guys. And I don't know that I've ever like heard a girl just come out and say like, yeah, I do that all the time. I've done it. Not intentionally, like mean, like, oh, let me just use this guy because he's doing all this stuff. It's just like, you see them as their friend, and that's your friend. And oh, my friend is willing to help me. But then kind of somewhere back there, you know, like, they're helping you because they're attracted to you, and they think something. Even though, like, you've never really let on that you've never, like, led them to believe that you have romantic feelings. But you, like, you know. And if you know, you know. So if you are friends with a woman and she is treating you like a boyfriend but not being romantic, get out. Just go. It's because if they're doing all the things and they're not taking a step forward, you're in the friend zone and you're going to stay in the friend zone. Move on. Just move on. Don't let that add on to you already feeling bad about it. It's already complicated enough. Like, you don't create more problems, right? To like stack on, like, all women are terrible and they just use guys, and like, no, we don't. I mean, let's talk about attraction, right? Like, you can actually, like, you can become attracted to someone. Like, maybe you meet them and you guys get along and it's great, and they kind of went into it like, no, never. But then, why is someone always using machinery in the mountains? I don't even know what that is. It's like a chainsaw. It's like, if you had a sound for the mountains, it would be a chainsaw. So you can develop feelings for someone, but let's think about that. Let's think about that for a minute. If I meet you and I don't think you're attractive, and then I get to know you and I start developing feelings for you, maybe I think like, oh, like, I like him and I want to start dating this guy. And you like, you go further with that. And I personally believe that at some point that's going to catch up to you. And you're going to be like, yeah, I have a headache tonight. Maybe, like, we don't want the girl that flips her feelings because you're so nice. Like, there has to be, you know, a combination of attraction and I like this person. Women, you know, they want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want someone to do nice things for them. They want you to be sweet with them. They want foreplay. Please stop trying to skip that. They want a companion and they want a friend. They want to laugh. They want to feel seen. They want to feel like desired. You have to put yourself out there and understand expectations. Be yourself. You'll find someone. It's impossible that you can't. You just have to like know that you can't just get whoever, but nobody can get just whoever. And if you don't try, you'll never get anyone. There's a fine line between trying and not get beat down, where you just feel like it's hopeless and you're not ever gonna find anyone, and knowing like, all right, fine, like whatever, she's not into it, like let me move forward. We're just not as scary as you think. Like, why are we so egotistical that we're so offended if someone, like if we find someone attractive and are interested in them and they're not interested in us? Like, so what? Like, how many people are you not attracted to or not interested in? Does that mean that you're scary? No. It just means that's not your person, and that's fine. It's fine if you're not someone's person. Like, if I were everyone's person, I would be a millionaire, right? Well, my page, that I'm not. I'm not everyone's person. So we all go through it, and I'm taking this moment just to kind of point out, some people might think like, oh, like you don't understand, like you can get whoever. No, I can't. And I'm okay with that. Have I been hurt? Yes. Have I felt bad? Yes. Have I felt insecure? Yes. I still feel those things. But I'm not gonna be afraid to like try things, you know? Like, I've never really been one to like, oh, like if you're afraid of something, just, you know, blah blah blah, because I've always just been too afraid to do that. But I've been doing things over the last couple of years that I was deadly afraid of, and I know it's like different than like throwing yourself out there for a girl, but same thing. Like, I can actually say like, yeah, like the more you do something, like the more comfortable you get at it. If you're afraid of women, talk to them and get over that, because it's just a matter of learning to become comfortable with women, and being comfortable with these 300 women that said no makes you ready for that one that says yes. So, just food for thought. You guys let me know what you want to talk about, what you want to hear, what all the things. Like, subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and thank you for watching.